Anyway, hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this game of Victoria 2. As I was just saying, this is a continuation of the Europa Universalis IV game, which we were doing previously. We started this last week. We connected our territories here in North Africa, taking out Tunis, and just concentrated mostly on building up our industry. So we've built quite a few factories now, and we've got more of them coming up. However, there was the great shortage of clippers, which brought actually quite a lot of the economy just to a complete standstill. And considering we're the knights and we were entirely based on naval power in Europa Universalis, having no clippers meant that there was no naval replenishment and no naval construction. And having mothballed most of my fleet, they were sitting there on like 1% health. They are still recovering from the great clipper shortage, but they are now actually recovering, which is good. The other thing that we have been working on is building a bunch of spheres, which was going pretty well. Then over here, who are these guys again? Braunschweig, those bastards, declared war on Saxony. Saxony was in my sphere, so I of course elected to go and defend them. And then Prussia decided to intervene. So we are extremely low on soldiers, having actually lost an awful lot of them to Braunschweig. And I think what we're going to have to do is just call a complete withdrawal down to our borders. Certainly in Bavaria, I think, is what we would have to hold in order to try and fight against the Prussians, who will rather significantly outnumber us. So in fact, if we go to the show wars here, they are weaker than we are. We are winning currently. In fact, this is a war that Saxony started. Yeah, it is. Damn it, Saxony. Bring Japan and Spain to glory. Yeah, I still need to watch your Spain game. I was really interested in how that one was going. I just haven't had time to sit down and do it yet. Right, so yeah, we probably need to extricate our forces from here rather quickly, actually. What is required to get this peace deal? Like, if we were to negotiate with Prussia at this point. Would not accept. War score 17. We have 16. We should be able to do this. We were on the verge of getting them to accept, and then Prussia intervened. It's very annoying. You're withdrawing. You, I think, are going to group up. No, you're not. Group. Yes, you are. Do I want to send you to go and help over here? Oh, this is such a bad position. I think that this army is just dead. We're going to do this. I'm going to leave you to go to Gotha, because I think I'm going to need to bring all of my forces together in order to escape, like, at all. You guys are fighting the rebels, and I think you'll be able to deal with them just fine. The other thing which I think I'm going to need to do is start mobilizing. Like, Prussia is no joke. Although this is not the Prussia of history. They may or may not have all of the technologies that Prussia has in that. Although their army actually seems pretty well formed. Did they mobilize? Almost certainly. AI almost always does. Prussia is a great... but they haven't mobilized. Okay. So I'm not going to mobilize until they do, because I'd rather not spend the money on it. Although we do... I was going to say, we do have a positive cash flow, but that's only because I haven't unpaused yet. Cash flow has definitely been one of our problems recently. And I was just like in the process of fixing my cash supply when Prussia declared war. And we are taking a hideous amount of damage here, so yeah, that army is going to die. I'm actually going to... Prussia attacked here. You know what, let's go ahead and reinforce that. The 55,000 may well attack these guys. What's your command skill? So this is my uber defensive army. Although... oh no, they do have infantry. Yeah, I was in the process of reforming my units, which is why we have so much cavalry at the moment. I hadn't gotten around to building the infantry, and I suspect we are still building the army. So we are going to have a plethora of units, like, flowing in over time. So maybe we can do this. We just need to hold the lines initially. How hard is this game to get into for a first-time player? quite difficult. This is definitely like the most difficult of the slightly more recent Paradox games. Just because some of the features, like trade, completely obtuse. Like, I don't know what's going on here, and I like economic games. So, but, on the upside, you can pretty much automate as much of Victoria as you like, with the exception of warfare, by just giving power to your people. So if you go for a very, very liberal government, then your people will take care of the economy. You basically don't need to touch it outside of sorting out your tax rates. But they'll build all the factories, they'll work out which factories are needed, they'll support the RGOs and that type of thing. So yeah, you can be pretty hands-off. Come on, run away. Run away before you die. Did you run? No, you died. So it does look like we'll win this fight. We've actually got two extremely good defensive generals here. So long as we hold these positions, so long as we dig in, we just took the fort back, I think we'll be okay. But they are going to be attacking us with an awful lot of troops. Oh no, we're still reclaiming this fort. We haven't done it yet. Okay. How long till you guys arrive? I need all of you. Like, here, go. You're going to try and cut me off. You have no morale. That's slightly problematic. Oh man, they're just overwhelming us. We're going to try and withdraw into this battle and then withdraw both armies because it looks like we're going to win that fight, thankfully. Like I said, level 4 defensive leader. He's extremely good at what he does. And leader skill matters an awful lot in this. Right, come on, run. Run, run, run. Run, run, flee, flee! Okay, fleeing to there, then we can flee you here if we need to. They're throwing more and more troops at that battle, though. This is not looking good. How's the war score looking? Still 17. So they would accept a status quo at this point. Wait. Oh, you arseholes! They peaced out! So the guys who started this war have peaced out. Because I, as a great power, take over as the war leader. Well, I'm not fighting for anything, so yeah, we can just have status quo. It doesn't lose me anything. Alright. So we saved Saxony. They didn't take any of Braunschweig. I don't know if they lost any territory. Nope, they didn't lose any territory. Alright, war's over. You bastards. You utter bastards. I know, let's drag the Knights into a huge war against one of the other major military powers of Europe. And then we'll peace out, because it's hilarious. Right, well, we're at peace at least, so we can at this point decrease our military spending. I'm going to keep it up a bit because people have certainly been proving themselves a little bit opportunistic when it comes to wars with me, seeing as that's like the 4th war in a row that we've been fighting. Because we were still recovering from our war against the Ottomans and pulling troops back when this one kicked off. Well, at least we didn't waste time mobilizing. Prussia did in the end actually mobilize, so we probably cost them more money than they cost us. And we're still in the process of rebuilding the military. Like, all of these guys are still being built. We have a huge potential military, we just hadn't built up to it in any way. In them old cotton fields, the cotton produced in Suez is some of the highest possible quality and strength, so strong in fact that Suez cotton that the wild bulls harvested here have begun building quite a reputation for themselves as being some of the best in the world. Send some to the neighbours. I'd like to build up that prestige. I mean, we're doing pretty well prestige-wise. We could always do more. So who's the world's largest military? Is it still Castile? Yeah, it's still Castile. Okay. Saxons played me like a fiddle. Oh, hardly. They didn't get anything out of it either. It was actually the Prussians who played us like a fiddle. That was well played by the Prussians. Okay, suddenly we're making an absolute fortune. So tariffs can certainly do with coming down a bit. So that our beloved artisans can continue building the stuff while the factories continue to set up. We're not charging the rich any taxes because I want the capitalists to get wealthy. Who am I promoting? I am promoting clerks. Are we actually getting any? No. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. Yeah, we are. So if we go to production, we sort this by factories. I think that's how I had it before. It is. No unemployed clerks, but how can I... Haha, here we go. So you would need 4,000 clerks. So you're almost actually at number, or is it 8,000? Might actually be 8,000. Yeah, okay, so we're building up efficiency here. That's fine. And then in Tunisia is the other one. Wow, that is a huge glass factory. Yeah, that output efficiency from the clerks, we're already getting 2%, even though we're well under. What about here? Clerks, 12% production efficiency. That's why you need clerks. And then the craftsmen provide the throughput. And we're still a little under. Okay, so we are still only subsidizing the state vital buildings, i.e. military. Then everything else is just done by the capitalists. We are so short on infantry. It's the infantry who always get absolutely bludgeoned. So let's split you in half and send half of you away. Let's have you guys going to, say, Treviso. What's the supply here? Supply limit 37. That's fine. We probably have troops being formed in Africa. In fact, we have rebels in Africa. We should probably go and deal with them. Am I still paying my navy? No, navy is actually at minimum maintenance, which is probably why they're not being repaired very quickly. Are you a transport? You are indeed. Ah, yes! I just replaced all of my rubbish transports with steam transports because in a massive twist of irony, steam transports became available before air transports because we were actually building steamships before we were building clippers, which suits me fine. All we had to do was make sure we had some naval bases because apparently those did not convert because we had no naval bases. Still importing a bunch of coal. Now, someone in the comments did have a very, very good idea. And that is, I should probably start to encourage the RGOs where we produce coal. We do own a couple. I think that's still in the Ottomans. Actually, population numbers are fairly high already. You can see here. So the more black puppets, the less people working there. So because there's so many whites, yeah, we're good. We're good. Those are in Switzerland, those aren't mine. So actually, we're almost as efficient as we can be. Might be having issues because you're flooding factories out when artisan's more efficient before you get tax, unless the convert save you had your starting tax. So the way that I did the starting save, and in fact we just finished medicine, is I actually went all the way back to the 1821 start date. So as part of the converter, you can basically pull the start date back. But then technologies don't become available until 1836 as normal. So I've modded the mod to make the first row of technologies unlock in 1830 and then the second row unlock in 1836. We've just started to get those, which is why I'm starting to tech up again. But I, as the Knights, converted actually with a lot of technology. So we're doing pretty well in terms of that, so I'm not too concerned. What we could do, however, is research clean coal. No, I want positivism first because we still actually have a... Oh no, that's gone up actually pretty quickly. I'm going to continue doing that. I like having an educated population. Can I play as Bosnia in EU4? At some point, maybe? They're not one of my priorities though. I really want to play as the Dutch and I really want to play as the Japanese. And then beyond that, probably someone in India, seeing as that's what Dharma's all about. But I also really want to see how the trade companies work, hence the Dutch. Alright, so let's grab these guys. Let's give you a general. Almost certainly one of these top chaps. Probably someone with a high attack. I think we'll be attacking into them. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be you. So you join that, load onto the ships, ships sail off, and we'll dock you over here. And these are all at 100% strength, so that's all good. Not going to be having any steamships sinking on the way over. Castile wants military access. Do I still have an alliance with you? No. We lost our alliance with Castile because we've actually been fighting against Castile. I might be able to recreate that though. I suspect our relations are still relatively high. Too many great power allies. Right, yeah, we overtook them a while ago. Actually, look at the difference in score. Okay, we've slightly, more than slightly... Wow, look at that industry. That's because of the clippers. Am I still the only one in the world producing clippers? No, I have a competitor. Norway! Look at this price. It's obscene. Alright, so we've crashed the price of convoys, which are still cheaper, by the way. Steamships are cheaper than wooden ships. That's how bad the crisis was. Who are you fighting? Ethiopia and Persia. No, you're fighting my ally. Pretty sure I'm still allied with Ethiopia, right? Who am I allied with? What's going on here? I am allied with Ulm, Switzerland, Saxony, Palatinate, Hejaz, Ethiopia, England, Denmark, and Bavaria. This is a war that Castile might well win. Ethiopia and Persia. I doubt that either of those are great powers. No, so I could actually intervene. Hey, Dark Engineer. Finally caught one of the streams again. Jolly good. Welcome. Oh, we're losing money again. I think I'm going to buff up tariffs again. It actually looks like our crafters can deal with that, because we produce a lot of stuff internally. But we have a couple of poor people who are starting to starve. 5 million farmers. Let's reduce the taxes on those guys. And still earn some money, so I'm not taking any loan. Oh no, I have a big loan. Crikey. Thankfully it's a loan from my own people, so... Not terribly dangerous, but still I don't like having loans. Hey Jeppy Peppy. Where are my transports? There they are. That's an awful lot of Castellan ships. Oh, is Ethiopia at war with the Ottomans again? Is that what that war was about? Castile was allied with the Ottomans. Oh, those nefarious buggers. In order to intervene, a nation targeted by the war goal needs to have at least friendly opinion of us. Does the fact I'm allied to them not count? In fact, why didn't you... Oh, this was probably against you. I will improve relations with Persia, because Persia is now definitely not allied to the Ottomans. I think it was Persia and the Ottomans against us last time. So the Ottomans are really showing their true colours now. Ambassadors in Papal States have been banned. That is irritating, because I have not been paying attention to this. Our relations with them are already higher, so let's sort this by priority, so I can keep an eye on all of this. Palatinate could do with some improved relations, as could Ulm. And yeah, we were doing all of our influence in the Papal States, but maybe we should be doing it on somebody else. We have Switzerland, so we have access to all of their coal. We want to improve relations with the Austrians, so they don't try and break away. Right, who else could be important? Hungary? You know what? Hungary would be a great counterpoint to Prussia. But Hungary could well become a great power again, because they were a great power for quite a long time. Although they are struggling right now. Crikey. So in my test game, Hungary were like third. That's the difference being a great power or not can make. So yeah, we're gonna... Oh, we can't. Oh, we have... Right, because we were fighting them. Haha! We were the ones who stopped them being a great power, because we stole all of their industry, which was here on, like, our border. My bad. And then Kazan is allied with Castile and Prussia. You are dangerous. You're also a great power, so I can't do anything about you. Portugal? I doubt that Castile will ever let them go. Ansbach? Ansbach's looking like they're doing... Oh no, that's Gelder. Gelderland. Actually, Gelder is really big. Ooh, well done. French. Well, I'm no longer allied to the French, so I'm going to say let's start beefing up our relations with Gelderland. Unless... there are some other powers. Deccan are not a great power anymore. Oh, okay. Let's change of plans. Sorry, Gelderland. You're just not important enough. Deccan. Let's start beefing these guys up. Yeah, they're 9th. Deccan are really quite strong. So we might well lose them in the future. But hey, having another counterpower point over there, plus all the resources and stuff that they have, would be brilliant. Wait, you can convert EU4 into Viking 2? Yes, there are mods which allow you to do that. In fact, I have them linked on YouTube, but I don't have them linked here. I can't alt-tab. So check out the videos on YouTube. I did update the videos there so that the link is included. And you can find that at youtube.com/MordredViking. It's not officially supported, it is a mod, it's not a DLC which Paradox have produced, but it's pretty darn good. That's right, never finish EU4 games. Well, now you have a reason to. Although I should caution you, don't just snowball and take over the world, because it will make the Victoria 2 game extremely boring. Which is what I was a little bit concerned would happen here, considering how strong the knights are. When we started out, we were not running ahead of the game quite this significantly. We'll see if the others can catch up or not. Cannon Bruno, no thanks. That's still not us. Come on, guys, you're in steamships. You should be super quick. Michael Caro. Are there any admirals which increase movement speed? Probably. Alright, soldiers are being built. That's good. And we're actually under our naval force limit, so we could queue up a couple more, like, commerce raiders. You know, I like that idea. Acquire state Casus Belli against Ansbach by Austria. That's fine. I'm happy for Austria to expand. Ansbach is not protected by me. No, Ottomans, you are definitely not getting access through us. Let's repay some more of the loan, so I'm not paying the interest. Because that's actually quite a lot of interest. Alright, you guys have arrived. Let's go murderize. Major discovery. Population growth plus 0.02. Excellent. Yeah, population is enormous. Ah, right, I can see it here. So, craftsman... Clerks, sorry. Still 0.5% of the population. Well, no, this is not the best way of judging it, because that still needs to be versus artisans. So, in fact, let's deselect all, select just craftsmen and clerks. Then if they are more than 2%, then we've gone too far. We've gone too far. What is the ratio? Is it 2% or is it 4%? I can never remember. If anyone in chat knows, what's the ratio? Like, perfect clerks versus artisans. Is it 2% or is it 4%? Or is it 10%? Well, 10% would be 5,000. Might well be 10%. Oh, I can't remember. Thank you. On mute. It actually looks like we're doing okay in terms of artisans. Like, most of our factories are actually pretty full. One or two are not, but actually none of these are. But these are probably in lower population provinces. So maybe I should be encouraging capitalists again. So we have 7,000. No, projects are getting pretty much funded straight away. Been drawn into yet another war. Pause! I press space. Okay, so we've been pulled into the war against the Ottomans. No! The Ottomans declared war on me. Ho ho. I still apparently had an army in their lands too. He was totally not a secret agent. So let's send some armies over here. In fact, let's just grab all of you and just send you here. We are fighting against the Ottomans and Castile, Transaxonia. So that's quite a large power block, but then again, they're fighting an awful lot of stuff. This is 600 against 500. Castile's military is not to be underestimated. Alright, start paying the army again, and the navy. I don't really want to tax you guys too much, otherwise the artisans go out of business and I have a death spiral. 20% tariffs. Still making money. Whoa. That was cutlery going crazy. Hey, Marshal. And this is a big fight. Do I need to mobilize here? I prefer not mobilizing where possible because it really saves you on manpower. Unfortunately, I do still have a 30,000 man army down here, which are not going to escape anytime soon. However, if I attack and decisively defeat Castile's navies, they can't rebuild them because of a little thing called a monopoly. I'm still the only shipbuilder in the world. This is mental. So you guys just need to repair. And now that I'm actually paying the navy, that should go rather quicker. Did I get an alliance with Persia in the end? I didn't. Okay. Rebels are rising in Austria. Not much I can do about that. Battle Palmyra. Irrelevant. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of fights up there. Oh no, that's Austria fighting their rebels. Nah, don't care. That seems like a whole lot of your problem. What's the National Bank? They held 1,000. Yeah, so I'm going to be borrowing from other people again. Let's reduce the education spending. I've been rather generous to my teachers recently. I think that's actually why I was in such economic downturn. Yeah, okay, we're earning money again. There we go. Problem solved. And these guys are repairing actually really quickly, so that's good. You're in Corfu, which is a naval yard, so yes, they will have maximum repairs going on there. So where can Castile actually get to me from? It depends if they get access through France. And I have a distinct feeling that the French don't like... I have England on my side! Of course I do. Navy. Aha. Is England a great power? Yeah, 7th. Castile's army 276, mine 230. I mean, all of us combined, we have an extremely large military. That's because I did my diplomacy. Remember, kids, do diplomacy. I need to get these ships up so I can escort my transports home. Grab all of you, go over here, and then I'll start dividing you into my better units. Genetics, hereditary genetics. More population growth. That's good because my enemies seem determined to kill my people off.